Hello Flosstube, this is Louise, the Angry Stitcher, and I'm here for my July and August updates because, as I said in my last video, I wasn't sure I would be able to do it before I left for my holidays beginning of August, so I'm doing it now. So I'll be showing you what I worked on in July and August, and I will be sharing with you my plans for September. So let's get started. The first whip I worked on is Forest Calendar by Riolis. I started this in January 2024. I'm stitching it on the 14 count aider that came with the kit. The aim was to do a block a month to finish it for the end of the year. But unfortunately I fell behind in April, so now I'm trying to catch up, but I don't think I'll be able to finish it by the end of the year, but it will be finished soon after. So I will put a picture in here of what it looked like last time you saw it, and I shall show you what it looks like now. Just put it up on my board. I'm sorry I didn't iron my projects. I don't usually iron them, so they are a bit scrunched up. But yes, so if I remember correctly, last time you saw it, I had started the May block but hadn't finished it. I think I'd done the owl and a little bit of the moon, but nothing else. So in July and August, I finished the May block completely, and I did the borders up here around March and between May and June, and I started the June box. So my aim for September is to finish the June block. Yeah, so that's my plans, to finish the June block on this one. So this one will stay in my rotation till it's finished. So you will see it come up every month unless I get bored of it and decide to change, but I'm going to try and stick to it to get it finished quite quickly. So that's it. That's the Forest Calendar by Riolis. My next whip is this one, Longbourn, by Forest Embroidery. Longbourn is the house that the Bennett family live in Pride and Prejudice. So this is what it looked like last time you saw it. And this is where I am now. So on this one, I finished the bottom bit completely. There was a little bit left to do. I can't remember if this was done here or maybe this one wasn't finished, or I know this wasn't completely finished. So I got this finished, and I did Mr. Bennett to come next to Mrs. Bennett. There is some 1/1 stitching in their faces and their hands, which is a bit difficult, and you need a lot of concentration, so this is not one that you do in the evening if you've got the 1/1 to do, but I am enjoying it all the same. So yes, Longbourn by Embroidery. The next whip I worked on is a stamped cross-stitch kit by Joy Sunday. I believe it's called Christmas Story. So this one is different from a counted cross-stitch kit because the symbols are already printed on the fabric. So you just have to follow the symbols to stitch it. But there is also a paper pattern in case the symbols are not very clear. This is what it looked like last time. And this is where I am now. So I did the back stitch on the book. I finished stitching some odd stitches that I'd forgotten, and mainly I concentrated on the little girl, on her hair, her face, the teddy bear and the blanket she's holding, and her feet down here. So I still have a little bit to do in the blankets. Her feet are finished, so it's mainly, yes, the blankets and the last of the back stitch. I think there's some around the book, there's some in Father Christmas's hand, in his knee down here, and a lot in the little girl with the teddy bear and the hair. So this one is going to stay on my rotation for September to try and get it finished. So hopefully by the time I see you in the next video, this one will be completely finished with back stitch and everything, and will have been washed so that all this round here comes off, and then I will finish it and put it up for Christmas in my living room. So yeah, that's that one. And last whip I worked on is this one, sorry. It's a reproduction of a sampler that was done by MommaLovesYouGB here on Flosstube, and it's Mary A.G. Small 1863. So this is what it looked like last time, and this this. I'm going to get on my board to be able to show you properly. So yes, so this is what it looks like now. So I did this line here with the black on top, and I started up here for the next line. So I didn't do much on it, but still, any stitching is, and it's some stitching done towards the end of the project. So there we go, that's that one. So that's it for my whips that I worked on. In July I started a SAL hosted by Caterpillar Crosstitch. It's called the Witchy Way SAL, and there's a hashtag on Instagram so you can share the photos of your progress. I believe, let me just check because I can't remember, is it a 4-part one? Let me just check, just a minute. Yes, it is a 4-part one. So the first part was released on the 17th of July and the second part was released on the 13th of August. So 2 out of 4. I am up to date with it. So I started it when it started in July and have kept up with it. We shall see if I'm able to keep up with it in September when the next part comes out. because with back to school for the children and everything that goes on in September, we shall see if it is possible. So this is what it looks like so far. So 2 little houses. This is the Bat Tavern and the Potion Shop. So it's quite sweet. Lots of colours. Very nice to stitch. And it looks very nice. So I'm stitching this on a cobweb fabric. Let me just see if I can see what count it is. It is a 28 count even weave. So I think this fitted the project quite well. So yes, so now waiting for part 3 to come out in September. So this will be in my rotations for September to try and get part 3 done before the last part that comes out in October. So hoping to keep up with this one as I did now. So that's a nice one. And I am going to do another SAL. This one is hosted by Loran and Kayla from Stitching with My Littlie on Flosstube. It started on the 26th of August. The hashtag for it is going to be hashtag 3 cheers for trade Tier SAL. So it's going to be trade tiers. They are going to stitch designs by Erin Elizabeth, but you don't have to choose an Erin Elizabeth design. There are loads of trade tiers other than her design, so you can join in with any design you want. I decided to do one by Erin Elizabeth, and it is called English Tier. And this is what it will look like. Maybe I should. Ooh. Sorry, it's not easy. I haven't been able to print the cover for it yet and make a project card like I do for my other patterns, so that will be done hopefully sometime in September. So yeah, can you see that? That's what it will look like. So I didn't start on the 26th of August. Did I say October sometime? If I did, I'm sorry, I meant August. Because I was going back to work on the 26th, so it would have been a bit complicated coming back from my holidays and getting ready for work, getting ready for back to school for the children and everything, so it would have been too complicated. So I am going to start it either today or maybe sometime in the week, but I'm hoping to get a start today on it. I would like to thank Loran and Kayla from Stitching with My Littlie for the shout out they gave me in their, not the last one because the last one was the SAL announcement, the one before that, their regular update. They gave me a shout out, so I would like to thank them from the bottom of my heart for that. It meant a lot to me to have them mention my name. So that's it for my whips and my new starts. Now for my plans for September. So as I said, I will be working on Forest Calendar. I will be doing the 3rd part of the Witchy Way SAL, and I will be continuing or starting, depending if I get a start today, 3 cheers for trade Tier SAL. And I will also, as I said, working on my Christmas story to get that finished and washed to hopefully show to you in the next video. And I will be bringing back into my rotation the project I'm working on for my daughter, which is this one. Penguin Christmas Stocking by Doreen Jones. I started this in February 2024, and I am stitching it 2/1 full cross, and with the aim of finishing it for this Christmas for my daughter, but I'm starting to doubt that will be possible. But anyway, it will be in my rotation as much as possible to try and get it finished as soon as possible for her, because she's 9 years old, so I don't want to finish this when she's 20. So yeah, so this is coming back out in September, because I wasn't able to work at it at all in July or August. In July I didn't have the time. I aimed for 6 widths and I worked on 4 of them, and this wasn't one I could take with me in August, so this had to stay behind, unfortunately. But it will be back out in September, so you'll see the progress in my next video. And also I use an app to choose the whips that will next be worked on. So my app chose this one, Home of a Needleworker. So this one will be worked on as well in September, and you will see the progress on it in my next video also. So that's for my plans for September. Will all my whips get touched on? I don't know. It depends, because with all the preparations and going back to school and the routine we get into for in the evening, I don't know if I'll get around to it. Depends how tired I am in the evening, and if I feel like stitching. We shall see. We shall see what happens. So I would like to thank those who subscribe to my channel and those who left a comment. The number of subscribers has gone up quite a lot since I first started my videos, and I have no words to express what that means to me. It's just, I have no words. So thank you very much to everyone who subscribed to my channel and to those who left a comment. I try to answer every comment and put a heart to show you that I've seen it, but I do try to answer everyone. So yes, so thank you, and good luck to those whose children are probably already back or are going back soon to school, and I shall see you in my next video end of September or beginning of October, depending on when I get a chance to film next. So take care, have a good time stitching, and speak to you soon. Bye.